So, this video is either going to be titled A Day in Singapore or My Second Day in Singapore. I don't know. But as you will see, this video probably will not have any clips of me in the middle of an activity in Singapore, like these vloggers, these YouTubers do. Most of I don't know how they do it. I'm not a. I mean, I do, like, when I'm in an event, in a party, in a concert, blah, blah, I do, like, pull out my phone and record sometimes. But what I am not, but I am not the person who, in the middle of an event, of enjoying an event, I just pull out my phone and start recording it so the world can see that. So either for one, for the world to see that I'm enjoying myself, I'm having fun, I'm at a party, or two, so that I can have this memory that, I'm having fun, I had fun, I was very happy at this point. I'm not that person. I either like, I want to have fun. I want to have fun. It's nobody's business that to know that I'm having fun. I'm having fun. Maybe you get to hear the story later, but I'm having fun and I'm enjoying myself. And I'm at a memorable event, and that's that. I'm having a memorable experience. That's that. And even for the aspect of keep it for a memory. Yeah, I'm not really. I mean, I'm definitely big on like telling stories, but if I spend my life, if I spend my time recording every great event, every memorable experience that I had, so I could tell the story later on, I will either not have memorable experiences, or each experience will not be fulfilling enough, because my brain will partially just be thinking, oh, how can I record this? How can I record this so I can retell it later? So that's one thing. So that's why a lot of my videos or vlogs, it's a lot of my videos are just me sitting down, just telling you a story of what happened. Because when something happens, I like to be there 100% experiencing it. I don't of course every now and then I pull out my phone, I record, but I put on my camera and record, but I don't. It's not important to me to. I'd rather tell the story later than to record the whole experience while I'm in it. Because if I'm spending time recording, then I'm not spending time engulfing in the experience. Yeah. So I hope you understand that. Now, for yesterday, so yesterday was my second day in Singapore, baby, and I had a blast. Oh my god. I just wish you were there. I wish you were there, baby. I just wish you were there. It was phenomenal. It was fantastic. So how did the day start? So here's how the day started. I so there's this place called Tiong Bara. It's Tiong something, and I Tiong something. I forgot the second word, but it's a foodie plaza, foodie place, or whatever it be, foodie market. A bunch of restaurants there, a bunch of food there, and my friend who was born and grew up in Singapore, she's in the States now. She amazing person. Love you so much. Love you so much, Jean. She said she recommended to me. She recommended that I go to that place to visit it and eat some food there. So I started my day around noon, and around noon I left my room and headed there. So when I got there, I had some rice and roasted chicken. I had some roasted chicken and rice, which is very, 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 very simple food, but it tastes so good. But it's not so good as like an explosion of flavors. Like, I'm Caribbean. Our food is an explosion of flavors, like a wow, an enrichment of flavors. But that food, it's the rice and roasted chicken. Um, it was just good. It wasn't just an explosion of flavors. It was just tasted good. And I was like, how is this so good? It was just good. Yeah. Anyways, so I sat there, and while I was after I finished eating, and I was contemplating what my next moves are. Again, I don't have a tour guide or an itinerary of what I will do every day. I came here, I had a tour. I was supposed to, so here's what I'm in Singapore. Okay, so the reason why I came to Singapore is because I have a friend, another friend, from college. I met her in 2019 in college, and we became great friends. And we both graduated in 2019, and we came back to Singapore, and I went to New York City, and we have not seen, we stayed in touch, but we have not seen each other since 2019. The year is 2022. So I came to Singapore to pay her a surprise visit. Emphasis on surprise. I knew she lived in Singapore. I knew she was doing her thing, like doing building a trying to build a life in Singapore. So I said, you know what, I'm gonna pay her a visit. I know where she lives. She's gonna be there. I'm just gonna show her doorstep one day and say, hey, what a surprise, sucker. So I, but so bought a plane ticket, and then I flew to Singapore. And when I got to the airport, the Singapore airport, I had my location shared with her. She said on Snapchat, she said, Charles, why does it show that you were in the airplane in Snapchat? Where are you going? And I didn't answer that question. And then later she said, wait, Charles, it says you're in Singapore. Are you in Singapore? One, that ruined my surprise because cause I forgot the Snapchat app thing the Snapchat map thing is something. I should have turned that off, but I did it. I was like, so when she said that, I was like, yeah, I'm in Singapore. Surprise, I'm here to see you. And then she said, oh my God, Charles, I moved out of Singapore yesterday. Not a week before, not a month before. And granted, I was talking to that girl like 2 days prior. The 2 days before I was on a plane, I was talking to her. She said she moved out of Singapore the day before I landed. And I landed at 1 a.m. So granted, she probably moved out of Singapore at 11 p.m. Then that's 2 hours prior. So, and yeah, she's a local. She knows the spots. Like, she's a bartender. She's just like the person who knows the good spots. So she was ideally gonna be my tour guide. But since she's not in Singapore, it became a solo trip. I was like, you know what? It's alright. I'm gonna figure this out on my own. And now that I'm like looking back, she feels kind of sad because she didn't. I mean, you're moving out of the country, and I'm one of your closest friends. You would think she would tell me that she's moving out of the country. But she had her reasons for not telling me, which is understandable, which I'm fine with. But on my other hand, looking back, like on my side of things, looking back, at the event, I realized that it probably would have been a good idea if I had made sure that she was in her house. Like, tell her, hey, I sent you a package. I sent you a mail. Make sure you're home so you can receive the mail. This way, I made sure that she's home. But listen, I feel like you can't blame me too much for not thinking that she was gonna move out of the country. Anyways, so yes, so yesterday, what I was trying to figure out what to do next, at the hawker is where they sell open air food. While I was trying to figure out what to do next, it started raining. Actually, I've been in Singapore for 3 days and I have not seen the sun yet. It's just been cloudy, super cloudy. Yeah, but anyway, it started raining. I was just so annoyed. Now I could have say screw it and just go back home. Watch a few movies, just call it a day. Spend the day in and just spend the day in. But I said no. the rain is a part of the experience. It's a part of the experience in a foreign country. I mean, like, the rain is a part of the experience, and I should still find a way to get around it, to work around it. So I walked out of the hawker, and walking in the rain. The rain was not. It was like halfway between drizzling and and a rain, halfway between drizzling and heavy rain. So I started walking, and while walking, the bus pulled up in front of me, and somebody was in front of me, and they in their brain and cut the bus, and the bus drove away. And I said, what if I just take the bus in the random direction? And another bus pulled up. I ran to that bus and just got in there and just it just like took the bus, just like look out the window, like, oh my god, free tour. and then just seeing the just sightseeing basically. And then that bus ended up going to the last stop. Everybody had to leave, so my tour was cut short. I exited the bus as well. And then as I was walking with the last stop trying to figure out my next plans, I saw people started running to another bus that was just taking off. I decided to run too, baby. So I ran to that bus, and I got in that bus, and then that bus just like took off. And yeah, so I got off at a random stop and started walking around, and I was looking for um I don't have lotion, so I was looking for lotion to buy. I ran into a mall, got some lotion, and after I got the lotion, I a friend of mine had recommended to me that I go to Arab Street. That's apparently it's somewhere in it's a street that have a lot of bars and restaurant. A lot of tourists go there. The nightlife there is pretty nice. So all right, so after I got my lotion, I took the bus and went to Arab Street, and that's where the fun started. Oh my god! Oh my god! I actually have some videos of me performing. So I got some food, got a beer, got some food, and then I went. And yeah, so I got some food, and then when I was walking, I saw a lady go up some stairs. So I was like, what's up there? So I followed her, and then after I followed her, it looked like they had a concert slash what do you call it? What do you call it when you just play the song and you sing along? What do you call it? What do you call it? Ah. I forgot what you call it, but it's not that they had a concert slash if you want to come sing, you go sing. And so I was just enjoying it. And at some point, the people who were around me said, "Yo, girl, you should go up and perform. You should go up and perform." And I convinced another guy to go perform up there with me. And someone said, "If you two go up and sing, I'll buy you each a beer." Was like, what, a free beer? Bet. Got up there, sang my ass off, had the time of my life. There's some. I was just enjoying it, just having a great time. I met these people who they manage hotels in Singapore. We like talk, had a drink, we crack jokes. This I'm like Eddie Murphy. Not the first time I got the Eddie Murphy thing. I like people say I'm like Eddie Murphy, especially because I'm funny. I'm not a comedian, so I don't write jokes. I cannot sit up on the stage and just tell jokes. But in conversation, I am like funny in conversation. So, but it was, I'll put some videos up, but it was amazing. It was amazing. Just having fun, dancing, just people dancing and performing. Karaoke, yes. It was like a kind of karaoke style. Karaoke band open mic style. Yeah, it was like an open mic, yeah. And yeah. It was fantastic. It was fantastic. And then I think I finished. I started heading back home at 1, 2 a.m. Yeah, at 1 a.m. I started heading back home. Fun fact, the train stops running around 11 p.m. in Singapore. The train starts around 11 p.m. I learned that last night. So I was there like, oh my God, how am I gonna get home? It's a 1 hour walk home. I'm drunk as shit in a country that I don't know. So I don't feel comfortable navigating the country, like especially this country full of laws, and it's called the fine city. You get fined for everything. I don't feel comfortable navigating that while drunk. I don't want to throw up in the streets, and that'd be a big thing. So called a taxi, and yeah, went home. Was a great time. Was a great time. It was a great time.